Hello everybody, my name is Swego, and today we are going to be talking about the top 4 tips I can give you to be a better survivor in Dead by Daylight. Today's tips are going to be focusing on generator location, proper looping technique, flashlight and the concept of chain blinding, and erratic movement. Before we begin though, I would like to thank everybody for viewing my top 5 and top worst killers videos. The top worst one is at 1100 views at the time of this video, and the top 5 best is currently at 20k, over 20k in fact. So thank you for that. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that sub button, don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to comment. I also stream. I have the links in the description. So without any further ado, let's begin with tip number 1, generator location. Now this tip may seem obvious to most of you, but as I watch a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of YouTube content, a lot of my friends on Discord play the game, I figured I would put this in the video because this is something that a lot of people don't actually notice that help them be more efficient in their game. While running around the map, look into the air. I know everyone looks on the ground looking for the generator block, but it's much easier to look in the air and find the hanging light in the sky. If the light is lit up, that means that generator's already done and you no longer need to waste your time looking in that direction. If it's not, it usually means the generator is there. This is useful for chases and locating generators to be faster and more efficient. Now that we've got that one out of the way, tip number 2, proper looping technique. Proper looping technique typically involves 2 things: sliding your body along obstacles and consistent movement. In this clip, I'll slow down the footage to show you exactly what I mean. Even though the hag caught me off guard, using consistent, non-stopping W key movement along with sliding myself along these obstacles, I actually managed to gain distance on the hag, causing me to get 3 loops out of this pallet before I finally have to throw it down. Let's have another example showing how you can use the same technique to actually lose killers in chases. As soon as this clip starts, you can tell that Bubba just finishes up his chainsaw. Now he can't see me, but he does notice my scratch marks. Notice how I'm using consistent movement and proper corner cutting so that it disorients him to the point where he gives up thinking I walked away. Now look here, I will slow down the clip and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. If you notice, as soon as he spins around, this is the moment where I knew I got him. He doesn't know where I am, he couldn't see my body, but he does know my scratch marks are there, so he had to have assumed there's only one way he could have gone: up the staircase. This takes a little bit of practice, but over time, learning to do this will make you much better at the game and make you intimidating and frustrating to face against a killer. Now to tip number 3, flashlights and the concept of chain blinding. Now I know many people are afraid to use flashlights because they require good timing, they require guile, bravery, because the only way you're actually going to get use out of this thing is if you're close to a killer while you're using it. So the number 1 thing we're going to talk about first is proper utilization of a flashlight save. In this clip, you'll notice that I wait until a very specific moment to click on the flashlight. As soon as the killer starts resting them on their shoulder, the moment you notice the killer is putting them down on their shoulders when you click the flashlight, and 9 out of 10 times you will get the save. It does require practice, but after you do it a few times, it becomes very simple. And that brings us into our second point, chain blinding. After you're done flashlight saving your teammate, that doesn't mean you're done helping them get away. Flashlight blinding not only disorients the killer, giving your teammate a chance to get away, but it also gives you the opportunity to give yourself a moment to get away as well. Combined with the fact that chain blinding a killer will result in using less of your battery life in your flashlight, resulting in more blinds. Combine these 2 things together, and you can have a recipe for disaster for a killer that will get a lot of them to disconnect quite often. I will warn you though, doing this will likely get you tunneled and or moried, as you see in this clip. I did disconnect, sue me. Let me run that entire thing back for you one more time at full speed just to show you how cool and how worth it can be though, because pulling it off properly makes you feel really good at the game. Now, onto our fourth and final tip for this video: erratic movement. Now this last tip is pretty self-explanatory. Erratic movement can be anything from faking a window, to faking a pallet, to trying to spin around the killer, to just moving left and right in a pattern that even you do not understand. Think of it this way: if the killer is already directly behind you, and there's no pallet or window to break your path, all you have at your disposal now is punch your keyboard, throw that mouse, grab those analog sticks, and spread them out. Either you'll get hit, or they'll miss. Either way, chances are the killer will be just as confused as you are when they make that swing. And you'd be surprised how often this could result in them missing your swing, you yelling at yourself as you jump over a vault, and the killer sits there and thinks about their life decisions. Now, just so no one thinks I'm blowing smoke up their butt, I'm going to show you guys a video of me being chased by a huntress for the entirety of 5 generators, utilizing the tips in this video to give my teammates the time needed to get the game done. made it this far through the video, I'd like to thank you for watching. These videos do take a fair amount of effort to make, so if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment, and come check me out on Twitch where I stream content 6 days a week. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful night. I hope this video improved your gameplay, even if it's just a little bit. And I'll see you in the fog.